So what is your opinion of the community then? I guess, and how they see the works that you do.
I like brownies, but more so I like brownies.
Delicious.
I think there should be a brownie con instead of a brownie con. So, I think that answers your question sufficiently.
I think so, and I think we could combine the two as well. I think we could have brownies at a BronyCon, and I think everybody could be happy.
Walnuts.
Walnuts and the
chips.
brownies, that would be fantastic.
I'm just going to list brownie
Absolutely
ingredients
fantastic.
for the next couple of minutes.
Okay, so you mentioned that you find humor in the show. What was it about the show that struck you and said, you know what, I need to do, like, I guess you would call it like a parody of sorts of My Little Pony. What exactly was it about the show that grabbed your attention and motivated you to do this?
I think that it's because the show is so overtly cute and innocent, and the more cute and innocent something is, the more fun it is to bastardize it.
You see a beautiful work of art, and you just want to tear it down, set it on fire.
I can definitely see that. Yes. I can definitely see that, and I guess that's a very good way to describe it, because I say this with the utmost respect and as a compliment. But you were one twisted dude. Yeah. So, and I think, and I do have to say that there is a division. There's a lot of people who love your work, and there's a lot of people who are not very fond of your work. Yeah. And it's that type of humor where, maybe it's an acquired taste, but you do have a lot of fans who really enjoy your move series. And for that type of humor, that type of raunchy, in-your-face humor, where do you get that from? What sort of comedy inspirations do you have?
I'm not sure. It's mostly just kind of a culmination of all the things that I find funny. I don't necessarily know if I would say that I think offensive things are intrinsically funny because they're offensive. I think if you examine a lot of my stuff, and this is when it gets into pretentious territory. when you examine a lot of my stuff, I think you'll see a bunch of different things. You might see slapstick, you might see verbal puns, you might see stuff that's more on the witty side. It's kind of everything all mixed together.
Well, we've seen a very eclectic mix of your things. I mean, you can see anything from, John Christopher Lucy style artwork mixed in with a Seinfeld pun, So, I mean, you got a wide range of sources that you draw from. Is that fair to say there?
Yeah, it's an amalgamation of pop culture. It's everything that I love, and it's just a love letter to this, a love letter to that. Everything all just coming together all at once.
And I think
wonderful.
I think one of the styles that I think is most prominent, I think a lot of people compare your work to this, is the artwork of Ren and Stimpy. And I'm just curious, how do you feel when people make that kind of comparison?
I think if they want to compare the visual style, it's completely apt, and it was intentional on my part. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a completely similar sense of humor. And basically my deal is when I start a new project, I try to pick a visual style that I feel accompanies it the best. That's why I'm using the kind of Spumco style for the .move series. And I don't know how well it works or how well it doesn't work, but it's also just fun to draw, and I'm a big Ren and Stimpy fan. It's not necessarily how I would be drawing it if it was another project, but for now it's good.
And are there other projects that you've worked on either before My Little Pony or in parallel to what you're doing now?
Not in parallel. I think this is the first kind of thing. I think this is the first project that I'm doing that kind of goes for the kind of scope that I'm doing right now. It's kind of a succession of episodes that each one is a little bit bigger than the last. They have self-contained stories, but it's also kind of delivering a story arc. And I'm super proud of them. I'm really happy with the way they've come out so far, and I think the last one's going to be good too.
And there is one more, and let me see if I can run this down. You've done Twilight Sparkle, you've done Rarity, yes. Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, and Fluttershy. Yes. So I guess Applejack would be the no.
Well, you had Apple. That was the full
Apple
thing
was the very first one.
Off, yeah.
So what is the last one that you're planning right now?
Rainbow Dash.
Oh, I thought Rainbow Dash was the one with. Oh, that was the Twilight Sparkle one. Okay, that is correct. All right. So what do you have planned for the final episode with Rainbow Dash?
Some sort of resurrection, I'm hoping.
I don't know if you want to say resurrection just yet. I can definitely promise there will be more blood than any other episode.
That was going to be my question. We have seen, death, gore,
Spice and apple. Spice and apple.
What are you watching?
I might have confused that with a different series. My laptop's, I have eclectic tastes as well. Is there any subject that you consider taboo that you will not touch?
And now, well, I guess talking about the Move series for a second, do you actually do all the animation for that? Yourself, or do you have?
I do most of the voices, except for a few. Usually, I will either take music from kind of a sound library, or I'll have a friend make
Japple-Ack Tumblr, which also has its own story arc going on, which is kind of separate from the Move series. I know that a lot of people have been interested to see
the story from the Tumblr and the .move series are going to share a single conclusion.
Ah, very nice.
So
a nice crossover.
You're going to converge them at the end. That's very, very cool.
Is going to end on a cliffhanger, and then the story from the Tumblr and the .move series are going to share a single conclusion.
Ah, very nice.
So
a nice crossover.
You're going to converge them at the end. That's very, very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, I guess the last thing I wanted to say is to all your fans out there who are watching this right now, is there anything else that you want to tell them, either about the current series that you're working on, or anything else that you might be upcoming? Any last final message that you have for them?
My Little Pony is a show for little girls, and you guys are all sick and disgusting, and you should be ashamed of yourselves.
We love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, Hotdiggedydemon, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. Really appreciate it, sir. Appreciate
Always
it.
a pleasure, dude.
Okay.
Thank you.